So No Mercy was good overall. Hey you guys, what's up? I was asleep during the West match. I don't know why I thought it started at 8 and it started at 7, which I'm happy about because it's Sunday. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, NXT stuff always is on Sunday. Most of the time it started at 8, but y'all gonna have it start at 7 on a week when most people are off on Monday. Like the future ones need to start at 6 or 7 too, because it's Sunday. If y'all gonna keep the PLEs on Sunday, okay, that's number one. Number two, Uma Femi looks intimidated when he comes out of the ring. The way he looks coming out of the ring to the ring, it's no way in hell I'm wrestling him. Okay, and I like Tony D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo is one of my favorites. Okay, I tell y'all, I watch the React channel. Like Trick, West, Tony. I think Cora wasn't on there, but some of the girls was on there. Like that's what introduced me to some of them before I started picking back on NXT. Okay. Second of all, I love the fact that like him, Tiffany, Kalani, and I saw her match and I'm glad she retained. Tiffany, Kalani, Creed Brothers, who else? And some other people that went and Jada went straight from college to WWE and have become superstars. Like excelled at this, because a lot of people that are excel in sports normally aren't good in other sports or other type of like activity that involves physicality, and then some are, but some aren't talented enough to excel at more than one sport. Like some people only swim and that's all they do. They can't play basketball, they can't run track, they can't wrestle, they can't fight. Like that's all they know how to do. So the fact that like they went from one major sport and then to another, even if it's wrestling, because it's still a different type of technique when you get from college wrestling to WWE, you still excel. Okay, second or third or fourth, I don't know what number I'm on right now. Roxanne is my girl. I low-key thought Jada was gonna win. I thought that was gonna be a sequel, but as soon as Giuliani came out, I said, well, that's going to end that. Okay, and then Addison and Nathan going against the Rascals. Oh, is that right? For the tag team match, or they've been contenders. If that ends up being a thing, that's gonna be fire. Okay. Another thing. Okay. Pete attacking Trick at the end was not in my cards. I know they had beef, but like I said, I ain't been watching NXT, keeping up with NXT, because wrestling has been taking over my life, y'all. And I don't even watch AEW. So imagine if I watch AEW, okay? So I watch Friday nights, Monday nights, the PLEs, okay? I was watching faithfully NXT, and then I was trying to catch TNA ever since Trinity or Naomi was on there. And I've been falling behind on my shows and certain stuff. So I'm like, I had to take a break. So like outside of the highlights on YouTube, I haven't been knowing what's going on. Okay. So like I was kind of confused in a sense, but in a sense I wasn't. I'm going to jump back into it soon. But I was just like, so when I woke up, I caught it was Kalani versus Wendy. Let me tell you something else. Whoever does Wendy's makeup, okay, must be the same person that does Oscar's makeup, because that thing was on point. Third of all, okay, or fourth of all, whatever, what number I'm on, I don't know what number I'm on. Also, I got both of those for my son. Y'all try to make Wendy, like, crazy. Ain't nobody on that roster crazy as hell than, Tatum, okay? She been crazy like that since before, Vengeance Day, okay? The only other person that can go up to that level would be Nikki Cross, but now she's part of the Wyatt 6, okay? And we could get Liv to get to that level of crazy. But there's no way in the world nobody's beating Tatum in that department. So when she attacked Wendy after that match, I was not surprised. Then she had like a voodoo doll of her sleeping on the side. I was like, the hell going on here? She crazy as hell. She a different kind of crazy. She not Shinsuke crazy like how I be saying he crazy as hell. She different, but ain't nobody on that. Ain't nobody on that type of crazy. If they needed a substitute girl for the Y6 and Nikki couldn't do it, y'all need to replace Nikki with Tatum, okay? Because she fit the bill, okay? I'm just saying. But the matches were great. Okay. Oh, and then Ridge beat Chase U, like, was attacking Chase U. So is he going solo back on his own for the main roster, or is he going solo and stay in the NXT? Also, is what's his name's contract over, or is he want to take a break or hiatus or something like that for him to be injured? Like, was that a real injury, or was it like a contract thing, or him wanting to take a break because like maybe his baby was born, if he has one on the way, or something like that? Like, I'm not sure, because sometimes sometimes they do that because somebody's contract ended, and sometimes they do that because they need a break for something. Like when the Bloodline had injured Sheamus's neck with the chair, it's because he was getting married that weekend, and stuff like that. So just like the same thing I think with Jay. And then he lost that match for the contenders for IC title, and people were mad. And I'm like, his son graduates that weekend. Like, of course he's not gonna win if he has to compete the next week. But anyways, that's all I had to say. Hey y'all, what's up? So I caught most of Raw tonight. Some parts I didn't catch because of my son. I was putting him to bed. Excuse me. Amongst other things, so I guess that's to be expected, right? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. So Raw started out, I was trying to figure out what Raw was, because I caught No Mercy, as y'all know, at the beginning of this video. And I don't know why. Somebody was like, Ohio. And I was like, that don't sound right. And people kept saying Denver. And some people was like Colorado. And I said, that sounds right. That sounds right. So it was where they had No Mercy. By the way, first of all, I saw the promo of Braun Breaker that he put up on Instagram before the show started about Jay and his family. Nice. Okay. He said, nobody in your family beat anybody by my family. Then he repeated it again on Raw. And I said, ooh, them fighting words right there. Second of all, before Raw came on, I logged on Instagram, and the first thing that popped up was Trick Williams' song. And it was funny because not just the song was funny, but you had anybody that you had could grab from NXT in this video. Okay. So then after that, it was me being on Twitter at the same time, and Pete talking about everybody who's in that video is on site. And then after that, he did a 30-second clip for the video called the Petey Challenge. So I had to put it in one of my tweets. So then after the Petey Challenge or whatever, I go look on Trick Stories, and 2 hours ago, Riddle had tried to do the dance. I'm over here crying. Like, I just looked at it confused and cracking up at the same time. And whoever is the dude on the back, right? He was killing it, okay? But I was over here crying because I said, not is on site, okay? Y'all know Butch don't say no words. Oh, sorry. Y'all, he got me calling you Butch. Pete don't say. And I was like, y'all know I love Pete. And I said, his finger thing, all that. And I said, I love you. I said, but that video is hilarious, okay? Like, you can't negate. I said, I was laughing. You can't not laugh at that, okay? So the first thing that started was, Rhea had her promo against Liv, talking about how it was such a good promo. I mean, a good match. Yeah. Her favorite thing was beating Liv, and now since she beat Liv, basically they could go on and go for her title that she never lost, because she really didn't. She had to relinquish it. So then in the middle of her talking, Dom comes out, and now that they're back to booing Dom and not letting him say anything. So he comes out, right? And he's always telling, Sierra la boca or cállate, something like that. So I know a little bit of Spanish, okay? I understand it more than I say it. So if I'm saying the word that's wrong is wrong. Okay. So he's telling basically to close their mouths or shut up or whatever. And she's like, don't nobody want to hear what you have to say. Then he tried to come up with all these excuses talking about we was jet lagged, like y'all wasn't all on the same flight. They gonna say we was jet lagged and we didn't get sleep. And he was like, for various reasons. And I was like, so I knew Wade's voice at first. So I was like, who is that other voice? Because when Wade went to Raw, I said, so we getting cold on both days? So when they showed it, I couldn't even think of homeboy name at first. And I wanted to call him Josh, Josiah, something like that. Like I knew his name's already, and I was like, oh, it's Joe. Or maybe, And at first I was like, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. First of all, the formula that was great. I'm sad that Pat is gone till January. I'm also sad because 90% of the people that I love watching on Raw is not on Raw no more. Okay? I told y'all before, I love watching Raw because Tegan was on there and then her and Natty's a tag team. Then we had Katana and Kaden as a tag team. And then we had Ivy and Maxina's tag team. They're broken apart. Okay, you had the New Day. I like the Creed brothers when they was just them. Okay, love Shinsuke. He's on SmackDown, but he's in Japan on a hiatus like he takes every year. Seth is injured, which is one of the reasons why I love it. Ricochet gone. Okay, him and Braun Stroman. I ain't really like when Braun was injured and Ricochet was there because I was like, what they gonna do now? And now Ricochet gone. Braun Strowman is back. Now Bronson is out, which is one of the favorites I had liked. Ivar is gone, which is one of my favorites. KO done moved to SmackDown. Daggone. Dragunov just came back, thankfully. Okay. I'm like, everybody I was rocking with on Monday gone. Cole on SmackDown. He's more buttoned up on SmackDown because Corey doesn't give the hype or whatever that Pat gives. And I'm not saying that you have to be like that if that's not your personality, but you can tell who he's more like, around certain people. Cole bases his commentary, he feeds off of, I would say, who's next to him. So if you're someone that's kind of buttoned over, like Cole was making a couple of jokes and stuff. That's funny when Corey was on there. But Corey's response, he's always like the anti-hero or. So he's always going to go against most of the grain for the most part. So, but yeah. And then Joe's on there. So I'm like, and Alicia been on there. I ain't had no problem with it, but I'm like, she busy this week because she did No Mercy yesterday. She does Raw tonight. She got fly back to Florida. She got to do NXT on Tuesdays. I don't know if Mike is fired, if he's on hiatus, if he's on vacation. What's the deal with that? And then she goes and does Friday, and she does the next few Tuesdays and Fridays. So I know the next Tuesday I think they're gonna be in Chicago. So I know when NXT goes to certain cities, she does it over Mike, which I don't know why. But I don't know. I ain't asking the question. I don't know. I just be rolling with it. Okay. I'm surprised she ain't asked. When was her birthday? Last Friday? And she had the weekend off in Denver. Maybe she partied or something there. I don't know. Okay. I just love this time of year because it's my birthday month, and it's not too hot, but it's not too cold, so you can still go out and get your life, okay? But you ain't gonna be burning up doing it. It's the perfect time because around this time of year, the sun sets about 7:30, so it sets the mood versus it being real late at 9, and then you try to get into like the nighttime outing ambiance mood, and it's still light outside, like. But he comes out and says what he says. So he tried to say all that other stuff. So then she gets him, and she's like, Liv's not here because of your match. She's injured, whatever. Knew that was a lie. As soon as she saw Liv, headbutted her. So she tried to go after Liv and caught Dom by the head, but she was hanging off of the rope like how Damien was. Okay? Couldn't get her leg out, stuff like that. Liv was attacking the knee and stuff like that. And I was like, ooh. So then once Damien started running out and tried to help her. So I said, and then they ran off. So I was like, production. Did y'all not play Damien's music because it was supposed to be like a surprise element that if they heard his music, they were going to run away before he even got to the ring? You know what I'm saying? Or was somebody late on doing the music? Okay. That was one of my questions. Because I'm like, if it was a surprise situation, like, I get it. Because then they play his music after. And I was like, I was confused. Also, when you play, like, his music, even if it's a surprise situation, like, the crowd reacts different. Like, some of the crowd saw him, was like, oh, but I'm like, the rest of the people, if they weren't paying attention or if they couldn't see, that was not going to, like, it would have got the crowd even more hype. Okay. So then, Chad was out there talking to Alpha Academy. Who was that? Was that Brutus that was extra hype? And Brutus had hit him, and then Julius had hit him, and then somebody was like, I like Ivy's gear. I was like, yeah, it's cute. But then when I saw all three of them, American made, I said, it's giving American Gladiator. I said, if you a kid, especially an 80s baby, and you grew up as a 90s kid, American Gladiator was a thing to watch before, what the heck is that? Wipeout came out or Ninja Warrior came out. Like, that was the thing. And Wipeout really is an adaptation from TBS at 3 in the morning. Used to play the Japanese version of it, and they used to have the subtitles at the bottom, and the commentators were speaking in Japanese, and it was funnier because they really only showed like the bloopers of it, and we ended up getting it as a show. But I'm like, if you know, you know, and that's exactly what they look like. They look like they just got off of set of American Gladiators and came straight to WWE, especially the Creed brothers. Like, I don't know, but so I was like, who are they fighting? But then Alpha Academy came out, and then Wade gonna throw shade talking about some. No, first he said he really had Chad really had took like Tozawa under his wing and stuff like that, and they had a free Otis. So Otis did his caterpillar or whatever. But when Maxine gets in the ring, we're talking about the most what he said, undeveloped, or the most, something about her not being like talented enough, or the most inexperienced person in WWE. And I'm like, what? So somebody else was like, if she was inexperienced, she done came a long way. Okay, she went from being a manager for Maxim Models to trying to get Otis to model to acting like she was scared against the ring, to now being in matches and mixed tag team match. And then I was happy because I was like, okay, Maxine jumping off the ring and stuff. Like, she caught on quick, and I'm pretty sure that she was training in the ring or was in NXT in developmental, and they was just like, all right, we're not gonna fire you, but you're not gonna do matches like that. Just like with BFAB, we're gonna make you a manager. And do you have to go to the PC arena to be a manager? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Paul Heyman had to do that. Did like DDP had to do that? Because he was a manager before he was a wrestler. Like, did he have to go try out to be? Because I know like Jessica and Daphne, I was about to call her real name. I have to always pause. Were wrestlers before they were referees, and like Nick and Adam were wrestlers before they were managers, like over each brand. But to be like a manager of a faction, do you have to go to the performance center or wrestling school to be a wrestler and then decide, all right, this ain't for me, but I know how to be a manager? Like, do you have to do that? Or can you just come out and be a manager off the rip and just be prepared and then go maybe train just in case you get put through a table in the middle of a match? Like, how does that work? I genuinely want to know, because in one part of the time I was like, I might want to go work in one of these independent things, but I want to be a manager. Like, I want to be a part of the story, but I don't want to be in the ring part. I'm very much behind the scenes, okay? That's why I love production. Like, I love the creative process. Well, that's just me in general. Like, if I have to be in the center of attention for a moment, I want to learn everything I need to know that goes on behind the scenes first. And everything around me, I want to soak up that. And then if I make it to a higher position or they put me in the forefront, I know what the hell I'm doing on all counts. Like, that's just me. I like being overly prepared. And that's how I always end up being a trainer. But that's not for me to be a trainer. That's just for me. I started out doing that in college when I worked for fast food. Because I would they would start me off on the line in between the two people making the food so I can see what comes on what. Because at the time, registers didn't tell you what was on stuff. You had to learn off the top of your head. So then after I learned all that and then learned how to make food, they put me to the registers. And then I was like, oh, well, I want to learn something else. I want to learn how to open and close. I want to learn how to do the saves and stuff like that. So now we're like, that was better for me because if I needed hours and they needed somebody, I could do all positions. And then but the thing was, when someone came in, they'd be like, oh, B's going to train you. And I'm like, how do I become a trainer? Like, so then when they asked me to be a manager, it was like, only needed a week to learn the other management stuff that I didn't know, like how to do the truck, because I knew how to do everything. So when they pushed me to the forefront, but that's just me in general, because I want to learn, because I'm the type of person like that at work, but as a customer, I'm the type of person that I'm gonna exhaust all odds before I call customer service, because I hate calling customer service. So I'm going to read the manual. I'm going to try to figure it out myself. I'm going to go look at the YouTube videos. I'm going to ask somebody else. Then I'm going to call. Like, I just want to know. But the manager situation, I genuinely want to know. Because I'm like, how do you get into that area of wrestling? You know what I'm saying? Just like the parts that don't involve the in-ring part. Like, with the independent ring announcers, did they have to try out to be in the ring? You know what I'm saying? Like Booker T's Joan, the girl they got there, which I follow. Did she try to be a wrestler? And they was like, no, we gonna make you a ring announcer. Like Sam had tried out, and then she was like, all right, this not for her, so we gonna put her over here and build her as a ring announcer. Like, how does that work? Does that work the way at WWE it works? Does that work everywhere else? Everyone else has like their own situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm genuinely curious. I wish I had some sunflower seeds. But I should not be eating those that late. I don't need to be eating those. Sorry. So then Alpha Academy ended up losing to American Made. Honestly, they weren't losing. Something happened. Chad got involved with Maxine when she came out. She did a reverse caterpillar, and then Ivy put her in a sleeper hold, I think that was the end of that match. So then I think after that, the Wyatt 6 came out. And somehow American Made is gonna be an 8-man tag team mixed tag team match. So it's gonna be them 3 with Ivy. And then I'm assuming Bo, Dexter. I don't know who the third guy is gonna be. Okay, with Nikki. I don't know who. I know more than likely it's gonna be Bo and probably Dexter. But the third guy, it could be either. You know what I'm saying? So then I see Zelina come around. I'm like, oh, Zelina, she's coming out. So then I see Team Forehead come out. Like, they will forever be Team Forehead. According to another wrestler, their Team Studline. Okay? And I was like, okay, so who is she fighting? And then they come out. I was like, Sonya looks great. And I was like, I hate their name. I'm sorry. I really do. And I was like, why are they fighting? Because I didn't catch that part of Raw last week. I think I was doing something. But when they came out, I was like, this is crazy. Okay. Oh, Drew found the girl's page. Sorry, I'm on Twitter right now because Bully Ray asked what should Drew and CM Punk's next match be? And Hurricane Helms or Shane Helms said, oh, Jami prison match. And I was like, that's brutal as hell. Okay. I'm sorry. So, yeah, so they come out and I'm like, so who's fighting? Which one is fighting? And it ended up being Shayna. And the hell happening? Yeah, he called her the most inexperienced person on the roster. So they end up jumping her, and Lara ends up coming out to fight her. Next week I think Raw is gonna be in Canada, so people was try like, oh, they're probably gonna have Natalya come and help. And I was like, it might be interesting if Becky come out and help. And then Sonya come out after that and was like, y'all gonna give me some respect. And she was like, there's not a man in the audience that can take us home, and there's not a woman in the locker room that can take us, period. And I said, I'm sorry, what? That threw me because I was like, what? Because somebody called them the stud line. And we know what we know. But I was surprised I'm surprised that she said it on TV. That's what was surprising. Not the fact that she is what she is. Like, people are what they are. It's surprising that she said it on TV. And is Raw PG like SmackDown, or is it PG-13 because they're on cable? Because if it's PG like SmackDown, that's why I was surprising. But then I forgot today is Monday because for a minute I thought today was Sunday because I ain't work today, and I was confused as hell for a second. And I was like, wait, what happened now? So then they showed they showed Rhea being upset and the doctor's trying to get her or whatever. And I was like, Rhea looked like the bad little sister that every big brother got that wrecks hell on everything and everyone. And then her brother comes and calms her down. I said, that's what Damien was giving, because she was, get off me. And then after he said what she said, she was like, all right, like, I'm going to listen this time. Next time, I might not listen, okay? But I'm going to listen because I'm going to say what I say. Then Punk comes out. And Punk's talking about how he's moving forward or whatever and looking forward to he was moving on to bigger and better things. And he called out Gunther. But I said, that's not going to end well. I said, because they 1-1. It's got to be a tiebreaker. So when he said, I'm a businessman, and I said, okay, you better quote Jay-Z, okay? And Drew comes out. They was like, he comes out in a hoodie. First of all, I didn't even see him come out, okay? And I was like, he a sore loser. I was like, there got to be a tiebreaker match. And then after that, let bygones be bygones. If whoever loses after that, just let it go. So then after that, he breaks the bracelet. And my friend, I call it a real good buddy of mine, Remy Blue from Ringside Society, shout out to him, told me that he reached out to the bracelet maker and asked if she wanted to do an interview. And she said no, respectfully. So I was like, okay. He was like, that's cool. He was like, maybe she didn't want to shine or whatever. But ever since tonight, she went from 1,500 followers to 4,000 followers. And it might partially be my fault because I had tweeted her and then she put something else up and then I tweeted her and did the hashtags like Raw and stuff like that. And whoever clicks on the hashtags could probably see the response. And they probably, because now even Drew responded and said, his blood is on your hands. I'm like, not you breaking the bracelet. So I apologize, Victoria. Okay. I was like, not you breaking the bracelet. And then I was like, but he broke it and put it in his mouth for him to swallow. And then Claymored the hell out of him. So I'm like, he probably swallowed a couple of them beads, almost choked on it. Then I with the ambulance situations, I never know if it's staged or if it's not staged sometimes. Because you know the Attitude Era, some of the stuff sometimes would be staged. And sometimes it wouldn't, because like the ambulance already be sitting there doing Raw, SmackDown. You like, how the ambulance get here already? Okay? But that when Drew was attacking Punk and Punk was bleeding, spitting out blood, and I said, oh no, that's for real. And then I was like, that's crazy. Okay. So hold on, where is that? Because I responded to her after that. And I'm trying to go on Twitter and see what I said, because she said something and I legit responded. And I was like, oh my God. It was like 2 hours ago. Yeah, like 2 hours ago. So, hold on, you guys, I gotta try to find it. Yeah, so then it was like, it was the tag match with Dom, Dragunov, and Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee came out first, and I liked his gear. I haven't seen him in a while. And then I was like, yay, Dragunov. Both of them were back. I was happy. So I was like, I missed him. I missed seeing him on TV. I missed seeing both of them on TV. So when I went upstairs for a second, came back, and I was like, why is Carlito out in the ring? Okay? And I was like, where the hell is Dom at? I didn't know that Priest came out in the whole situation. I missed that whole thing. Okay? And that was the match I was waiting to see. Like, I was mad as hell. Because I'm like, what the hell is going on? So somebody was like, Priest and Drew got to have a 3 stages of Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood. And I was like, they was like, this is wild. And then even Woods was like, Drew is a top tier hater. And when Dragunov won, I was like, I can't wait to see Dragunov versus Breaker, because every time they have a match together, it gives PLE. It gives PLE. And I was like, honestly, I didn't care who won between Dragunov and Dragon Lee. Let me tell you something. It's only a few wrestlers that I've seen that's hit the main roster that no matter who they wrestle, both parties look good. And I'm saying that in the sense that even if the person that they wrestle is green, you know what I'm saying, just coming up from the main roster, the PC, or just learning how to wrestle, they still make them look good. And I would say Charlotte is one of those people. Okay. Dragunov is one of those people. Okay. Daggone. Ooh. Sorry. Dragon Lee is one of those people. Okay. And I want to say, as far as tag teams go, Katana and Kaden, okay, DIY and Street Profits, I want to say. But I was gonna say for girls, it'll probably be either Natalia. I don't know who else I would put in that. I don't know. Because I love Bianca and that's my girl. But every person that she wrestles against doesn't always look that. You know who it is? Bailey. Because when Bailey was losing matches 2 years ago, 80% of her matches, every person she wrestled against, she made them look good and winning. Bailey is another one. And I'm like, so no matter who they wrestled, it's going to look good. And it could be the worst wrestler in history, okay? Still going to look good. And I also knew that Braun Stroman was going to place Bronson Reed. And as soon as they said, we need to find somebody replacing, I said, it's going to be Braun Stroman. Because he was like, he injured. I was like, it's going to be Braun Stroman. And people were like, he not there. I'm like, that man is there, okay? He was out for how many months with his whole injury? Him going through a card ain't nothing compared to the injury. He not about to sit out anymore, okay? So this is what the person that made the bracelet was like, no one talked to me because WWE had put the bracelet is destroyed and this is not over. Excuse me. So I responded. I was like, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Like I said, now that the fan will need to make a new bracelet, and I was like, this time, tell him to give it to his wife, so it's not destroyed. And she had like retweeted it or whatever, and then people are talking about next week is gonna be Lyra and Zelina versus who, and they was like, it's definitely gonna be Natty because they're gonna be in Calgary. And I was like, or hear me out, if it's not Natty, yeah, it's probably gonna be Zelina. I was like, it's probably gonna be Zelina, okay? I was like, I mean, not Zelina, Becky. I was like, mark my words on that, okay? And then Damage Control comes out first. First Jade comes out looking great. And then Bianca comes out. So I was like, when I saw Jade's outfit, I was like, so they not wrestling. So, okay. So, that's crazy though. For them to have to come all the way from Germany to be home for 12 hours, to fly to Denver just to come out for 5-10 minutes and dress up to sit at the announcement table to watch two other teams wrestle is crazy. Like, I know that's part of your job, but when you break it down like that, like, you done probably flew a total of probably 20 hours and 24 hours just to sit down for 10 minutes and then get on back up out of there. Like, to me, that's wild. Like, that's crazy. Like, you think about it, like, that's the job that y'all have, man. That's wild, man. Like, I mean, that's what you sign up for. But I'm just thinking about it like, that's wild. Okay? That's why I was like, at one point, like on one end of it, you want to hit the PLEs because you know you're getting extra checks, selling extra merch. You get to go to a new city and experience stuff if you have time to. And it gives you a opportunity more than likely to fight for a title. But the good side of not being in the PLE is you get to go home and spend time with your family. So I'm like, either way, depending on where your head is that week, it's a win-win either way. Like, it's a win-win. Okay. Ooh. So then after that, Damage Control comes out after them. So I'm like, are they having a promo with Damage Control? I'm calling it the Pirate Princesses because it's not even all four of them. Okay, Dakota out again. I don't know. Asuka should be almost about to come back. Her and Charlotte. Okay. Well, and Shotzi. No, wait. When did she get injured? Did she get injured in like January or February? Because she had to get injured around Christmas or after Christmas. Everybody seemed like, all the women seemed like they got it. No, except for Asuka. I think Asuka got injured right after Backlash. So hers was in May. But Charlotte has been injured since, I think, December, January. So has, I think, Shotzi. And I think those are the only three girls that have been on the injured list for a while. Because Dakota just got back on it. But they fought Unholy Union. And Unholy Union's gear has been on point. I was like, all of the looks, okay, have been with the women, with the girls, were on point, okay? Didn't really see much of that match either. I think I was cooking. Because when I came back, they was like, somebody had hit Bianca. And Jade went over to go help her. And then because of that, Alba and Isla won again. So I'm like, were them two wrestling to have a match for the tag titles? Because I was confused. And then they showed Adam talking to Kofi because Kofi was like, Judgment Day, I had the tag titles for like 3 months and they ain't defended yet. And Adam was like, yeah, they haven't. I guess he was like, they was trying to get a match with them or whatever, but he'll see what he can do or whatever. So I'm like, okay. But I'm glad, honestly, when they was like, we got to find somebody to replace Bronson, I'm glad it wasn't going to be Sami. Because I'm like, how many times he going to go down this road of trying to be the IC champion? Like, he's been it 4 times in 3 years. No, or 3 times in 4 years. And I was like, and Jay's been in this competition more than once too, and always gets to like the semifinals and loses. Okay. So it ended up being, because when Sami was talking to Gunther about the titles and who are the legends and stuff like that, he was like, this is the only, I think, championship that has eluded him. And he wants to come to Gunther for championship. And Sami put Gunther down once before. He could do it again. And I'm like, dog, okay, you not about to beat, like, the IC title was a stepping stone. And I was like, I love you, Sami, because his music came out. And I was like, oh, Sami, like, I haven't seen his music in a while. Or heard his music in a while, but I'm like, you're not about to beat, not heavyweight, Gunther, okay? I see Gunther you might have beat, but not heavyweight Gunther. Did you watch that match at Bash of Berlin with him and Randy? Like, yeah, you gonna have to come with a whole nother stack of cards if you think you about to beat him, because that's not happening, okay? Just letting you know that right now, okay? Like, if you think so, good luck, okay? Just saying. I'm just saying. So, when Rhea told Damien it was gonna be, she said, "What did he say?" Yes, he said Yeet, and I was like, Rhea look gorgeous. First of all, the curly hair, I love the curly hair on her. Okay, and then I was like, and her makeup is always on point. Now she got the nails did and they red. Okay, I'm like, go ahead. Okay, and then yeah. So she said, well, she had put on Twitter, my bracelet is broken. It's broken down. I would like to thank WWE and Punk for the craziest 5 months ever. I have been a fan for WWE for over half her life. She's like 24. She made a bracelet, or she started being a fan when she was 12. And I would never have imagined anything like this happening to me. I'm so grateful. And then she put, Drew, watch your back. And then I put the fact that your bracelet was a part of the storyline was so dope. Not only does it show that he cherishes his wife and dog, but what his fans give him. And I was like, I'm so sorry that it was destroyed. And Drew had responded was like, his blood is on your hands. Like, why would you say that to that girl? Okay. Now because of this bracelet, she done triple her followers. Oh hell. Why did I do that? Okay. So I was like, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, she got like over 4,200 followers. When I got on her page earlier today, it was like 1,500. All because of this bracelet situation. What the hell? Why it won't let me right click? I hate this internet. I hate my laptop sometimes. I promise I do. Yeah. So I think Drew had responded was like, yeah, he said his blood is on your hands. And then she responded 5 minutes and 46 seconds. I'm crying. Now his title, the way he held his title. Okay. Okay. So, so then when they showed Jade talking to Braun about nobody in your family to beat my family or whatever, and I was like, Jay growing his hair out in the back. I was like, he's getting more of a mullet. He done faded the sides more. And I was like, I mean, if he like it, I love it. Like, I'm here for it, whatever. And then I was trying to figure out what the hell he had on his shirt. And then when he came out, I said, oh, okay. I was like, this man done been in one game with Jackie and CM Punk and got a hockey team on his shirt with Yeet underneath. I was like, y'all done made him a hockey fan. So, like, my mom is a huge hockey fan. She's been a hockey fan probably since I was born. And she was one of the only black people I knew that love hockey. She still does. Like, she likes the Redskins or the Commanders because that's their home football team. But, like, for Christmas, she loves the Caps so much that for, like, Christmas and Mother's Day, if it's not something that involves something for from her grandkids, she wants Cap stuff. If it's not grandkids stuff from her grandkids, like pictures, some money for, like, a bill or something like that, or for her, like, money for her to spend while she's on the trip, she wants Cap stuff. Like, I got her Cap's headrest and foot thing she put in her car. I think my son and I got her a necklace, a shirt, and then she got a jacket. Like, she loves, and how people scream at football games. She screams at hockey matches like that. She's been in live hockey matches. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I know it's one of those things that, like, is more interesting watching in person, and it makes you become a fan watching it on TV. But I don't know how she ended up being a fan of it. I don't know. I forgot what she told me, but once you get into it, I heard it's very interesting. So, like, people on Twitter were like, Rhea said to Jay, like, hey, big head, like, she needed a favor. And I said, exactly. And he responded, what's up, Snake? Like, I got you, okay? I got you. I got you. Like, Twitter is hilarious because Sheamus had came out, okay? And he was in that match with Braun Stroman and, god dang it, who's the other person? I can't think of the third person. That's sad, isn't it? Because all I can remember in my head is, I can't think of the other person. Because all I could think in my head was like, what happened? It was Sheamus coming out. That's all I can remember. Like, that's all that's coming to my mind right now. So I'm like, who the hell else was in that time? Now I gotta go and look at it, because I'm over here reevaluating my life. Like, I can't get it together. I'm also tired too. Like, I'm really, really, really tired. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I fell asleep on the couch last night. I woke up, my son's stomach was hurting. Because he didn't really sleep all at night. So I had to get him together. And after that, he went back to sleep. I went back to sleep. So, I don't know. Oh, that's who we fought. So it was Ludwig, Sheamus, Braun Stroman. So poor Braun was hurt from jump. I'm gonna tell Adam that he got the clear. I'm like, you need to stay your tail in the back, okay? And the match was going well, and then he ran into the barricade or tripped or something and ended up on the ground. And I'm like, what the hell? So then I come back, like, he ends up in the ring with Ludwig. And then I think Sheamus tries to get in the ring, and then Pete hits him with a shillelagh. And I'm like, first of all, okay, between Pete trying to, hitting Trick at the end of No Mercy yesterday, and then him hitting Sheamus tonight with the shillelagh, he better keep his head on a swivel, okay? Because you got two people on two different brands coming for you. And don't let Sheamus show up at NXT one of these Tuesdays, because you're going to be in trouble, okay? Especially if it end up being like a handicap match or something like that. Like, it's going to be a problem, because you got to fight Trick tomorrow, okay? So, and then he going to put on Twitter talking about some, look, Sheamus broke my shillelagh. So then Sheamus responded, what Trick say? He said, you a butch. I'm like, this commentary on Twitter tonight is hilarious. I'm here for it. You hear me? That's what makes the shows so much better. Okay? This past year and a half. Drew was really the king of this, though, for real. We gonna keep it 100. The king of, like, the commentary and the get back, the three top people I would have had to say for it is Drew, Michin, and Dagon. God dang, I just had him in my mind who the third person was. I would say Naya, because Naya responds to a lot of stuff. Naya, outside of like the New Day. Oh, and the New Day. Oh no. Drew, Karrion, and Naya. And then the New Day will respond to stuff. And then Street Profits respond to stuff. I follow all of them, but other people show up for myself, like Ivy and like Piper just started back on Twitter and stuff like that. But like them responding and carrying on their beef on social media throughout the week is hilarious. Okay? Especially like when nobody responding to Drew, and he kept prior to like WrestleMania kept putting out tweets, and I'm like, this man is a menace. You hear me? Like, take his Twitter away. Take his Twitter away. And so then, like, Damien had came to Jay and was talking about how, like, he appreciated him coming out here or whatever and doing what he doing. And Jay was like, no problem. I used to be you, fighting with my family, whatever. And then coming out here having no friends. Like, I know what that's like. And then he was like, I'm not going to turn down mommy. Like, come on, you know. And gave a little smirk. And I thought Damien was going to be like, take it easy. But he didn't. He was like, all right. And he was like, something. And Jay was like, weapon. He was like, yeet. I was like, okay. So we going to get this little matchup. You know what I'm saying? So Jackie got interviewed. While we was waiting, Jackie got interviewed Pete. And he was like, I just sent him a message. Sheamus a message. And she was like, tell us from an old friend. And he was like, what? She said, I tell him it's from Butch. And he was like, please don't call me Butch. And I was like, boy, I'm about to irritate that man. And then I was like, now low in the Petey challenge. Which is the dance trick guy in his video. Y'all gotta see that video if you have not. That thing is hilarious. Okay? And the camera person the last 2 days have been showing cakes. All on No Mercy and Raw. Because it showed Jada's cakes up close. It showed Rhea's cakes when she pinned Liv in a pretzel. It showed Jay's cakes before he did his Yeet thing. And I was like, I ain't mad at it though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Like, okay. Well, like I said, Alicia, man, that's a busy lady. Okay. So when Judgment Day came out, Finn and JD, I was like, in my Pat voice, if I do, here comes 0% body fat and head. That's what I mean. I was like, I'm crying. Like, I was laughing at myself because I don't have no sense sometimes and I'm tired. So, I was like, when I left out, Jade was flying over the rope of Finn and Damien. When I came back, my son, I put my son to bed. Or I went upstairs for a second. I was like, JD took control, or Judgment Day had took control over Jay again. And then I was like, the crowd chanting bobblehead has me crying. Like, look, like, what world are we living in 2024? Like, we don't give no fucks. I was like, now, you know, the Attitude Era, it was a lot of like vulgar stuff going on and stuff like that. And I could tell they were having fun as well. But like, this cinema era is different, but it's the same because they're having fun as well. But you can't really take that like personal, because if you are, you ain't gonna be working there long. You know, especially with the crowd. Like, that bobblehead jump had me crying. Like, never in my life, okay? In my life that I thought the crowd would be chanting bobblehead. Okay? So then that whole time, like, Jay was gonna go up and do the frog splash again. And then Liv, like, swept his knee up under his. I said, oh, not you disrupting the match. So then I was like, we're gonna beat her with that cane. And I think it was like, she ain't coming out here or something. He said, Wade had said that or something like that. And I was like, she coming out here. So then Damien finally got pinned and tagged. Excuse me. And he was going off. Okay. So then after a while, Rhea had came out and Liv got scared for a second. And then she sat at the end of the wrestling ring, was like, oh, she hobbling. She got a brace on and but as soon as Rhea straightened up and hit her with that crutch, she knew it was real then. And I said, okay. And then I was like, then she broke the crutch. I said, she's so pissed off at you. She hobbling on one foot and coming after you, and you taking off running. She can't go but so fast, girl. Like, why you scared? And some people don't like it because they was like, Liv went from being the fearless wild card, especially when she was tag team with Raquel. She was going to go up against like Sonya, Chelsea, and stuff like that, to now being scared of Rhea. Because when she got in Rhea's face And Rhea had that crush. She said, look at you. Like, your leg messed up. I done took your man. I done took your title. I done got your family, Judgment Day. And that's when she got beat with that can. I said, you keep talking trash. I said, now, if somebody want to get you, whether they cripple or not, okay? Cripple in the sense of she got that cast on. Not like in a derogatory type situation. Whether they hurt or not, they going to get you, okay? Is nothing you can do that's going to stop them from getting you. And even if they wait 6 months to 2 years or whatever, and you think everything's smooth, and then they get you out of nowhere and you be all surprised, they gonna get you. Okay, they not gonna forget. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, so then at the end of that, Jay had pinned JD. And someone was like, what if this ends up being a tag match? I said, so what happened to the tag match we supposed to get with Jay and Sami? Like, what happened with that? Did that go out the window because we've been focused on the women's tag team matches and the IC title? Or what? Because I thought when Jay was talking to Sami, he was like, after you win this IC championship back, we going to go and get our tag titles. And I'm like, now y'all talking about, y'all went from Jay and Sami to now Jay and Damien. Like, make up your mind. Who do y'all want? Okay? Now, Jay and Sami will make more sense because they have a stronger chemistry. He's been part of the bloodline as an honorary Oos. He knows the moves, stuff like that. Jay and Damien will have some. So, we'll probably need a little bit more work getting gelled together. But I feel like Damien will bring out Jay's gritty side again. Like, when Usos first came out with like the Uso penitentiary, and he had the long hair and he was shaved, and what was it in like 2018 or something like that? Him and his brothers was tag team partners, and like that type Jay, when he used to come out before he had the 2 belts with the mean looking face and stuff like that. I think that it would bring kind of more of that side back out of Jay if they became tag partners. But I don't know, okay? Because we gonna find out. Well, I guess we'll find out on Monday. I'm kind of sad now because I was watching SmackDown on Fox, and I'm like, this is the last SmackDown before my birthday. And on Fox, I'm like, I don't know what's Fox gonna replace between 8 and 10 now, unless they show a rerun or something, or move up the news or something after next week. But I'm like, y'all trying to make me get cable. I don't want to get cable, but I'm gonna have to get cable till January. I'm mad about that too. Cause I was like, on Mondays, I would go like to a friend's house and watch it next door or something like that. Like, it's only one day a week. But now, like, Monday, Tuesday, Friday until next month, because in October, NXT moves to CW. So, like, I'm going to be watching CW faithfully on regular TV. But I'm like, the other two ones that I'm keeping up with, like, it's too much. Okay? Can we just fast forward to Netflix already? Because I got Netflix. I got Peacock. Okay? Like, can we do that? I don't want to get cable for like 4 months. Anyways, y'all, I didn't know if I was going to do a video today or not, and I ended up doing one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm about to go to hell to bed. I really am hungry. I might just get me a small thing of salad. Just something light so I can have something to eat. Maybe a banana or something. I don't know. But my eyes are like, so I think I'm more tired than hungry right now. But I hope you guys have a great week, okay? And I will see you all. Excuse me. I will see you all on Monday. Bye. No, Friday. Sorry, Friday. See you later.